Hi HomeSmart Connect agents. This video will show you how to use the postcard within the Marketing Design Center, how to order, design, and receive that via email. You do not have to order them through corporate, even though you do have that option. You can have them delivered to you and print local yourself at a printer nearby. So here, you log into realsmartagent.com first using your email and password. You land here on the dashboard. On the left, you want to go to the marketing menu by clicking the little arrow to the right. Let the drop-down menu appear and click Marketing Design Center. It will open the Design Center in the tab next to your RSA, Real Smart Agent. From here, you click Property Listing Marketing. And here you click Postcards. You can see you have several options here, and even though you've got one that says Open House, keep in mind that you can adapt any of these others to Open House as long as your title is editable and your headline is editable, and they are on these cards. So use your imagination there and know that you've got some options. There's also a way to save these files as a JPEG, and I'll show you how to do that because you can use the JPEG in your social media, for example, to post to Facebook. And also, once you do order and finalize an order here, even if it's a digital order that you're only receiving via email, you will find them here up under My Account or Your Account, My Library. Those are where your past orders reside, and you can always go back to that particular design and edit it and reorder or reprocess so you can receive that via email again. Okay, let's take a look at one. There's a couple of ways to click in. You can click the card itself, the thumbnail, and you'll see this option come up. Let's talk about it for a minute. Right now it's set to physically receive the card, which means you're going to order them for $120 for 100 at this time from corporate, and they will mail them to you in a pack. They will not have labels, they will not be addressed, and no postage. But if you change this to, and here's their pricing below for additional increased quantities, but if you change this to electronic, that means you're going to receive it via email. A high resolution version of this postcard will be emailed to you. You do get two emails. The first one is an email to say, "Hi, we've received your order. It's being processed." And the second one a few minutes later says, "Here's your actual product." I also want to note that the size of the card is 9 inches by 6 inches. This does qualify for EDDM, excuse me, and all the postcards on your design center are that same size, 9 inches wide by 6 inches tall. Okay, let's jump right into a design and have fun with it. Let's pick this second card here, and I clicked on the thumbnail, so at this screen I'd want to click electronic and personalize. Even if you go the other route and do not click the thumbnail, you'll see the option for electronic versus physical on a later screen. Here we go. On this screen, I want to note important tips for you. You do want to remove the HTTP and slashes in front of your www domain because that will print the HTTP. So take that out for a cleaner look. At the top right is where you select which property you want this postcard to be to pull info for. That's listing description, price, beds and baths. The photos will pull, and then you can choose from the photos which ones you want to have on the postcard. So let's choose 15 Acadia. And this list is only what's listed in Smart Sites 2.0. This is not pulling from MLS, and it's not even really pulling from RSA. It's pulling from Smart Sites 2.0. Here we go. If you scroll down a little bit, here's where you select your photos. If you see an asterisk, that means it's a required element or field. So you simply click through. I did that a little fast, so we'll slow down on the second one. You click the select button. You choose the photo you want. At this point, your cropping box is pretty much set in stone. You cannot pull this and resize as far as width and height. You have to work with what you have. And you can upload a new image here if you choose to. Of course, you can zoom in and out when you need to. Zoom in, zoom out, and move the image around if you need to, so it captures a better piece of that photo, better section of that photo. You can reset everything and start over again, but you adjust by pulling the handles on your box and then save. You'll notice that there may be times where you want to go more vertical, but the crop box is more horizontal, and you just have to live with that because it's how it's going to be placed on the postcard, whatever orientation it is. So you have some flexibility, and you just play with what you've got. I want you to know this trick too. Let's say I put this photo in twice. Was it this one? Can't remember. Let's see if it was. Yes. I have this twice and I need to remove it. In order to remove, you click Edit and then Cancel. Reset won't do it. You need to click Cancel. Then it will clear out that box. It clear out that section. And then you click Select again and you can go choose your next photo. Saving. And then once you've got these all populated, I'll run through this a little quicker. You notice that was the one that had the orientation. So now we're to the back side of the postcard, and it only has, it can only work with a vertical, not a horizontal. So you couldn't stretch this out to the left and the right to make it a vertical selection. You just have to adjust to what the online tool is offering you. Okay, here we go. Now you've got your photos. You can actually enter amenities here, and the listing title. This is where it's edible that I mentioned. You could actually say open house. If you wanted to, you could say just listed. If you don't enter anything here at all, it will say for sale by default or whatever was on the template. It's important to note on the description, you only have limited space. This pulls from Smart Sites 2.0, so which pulls from MLS. And you will need to trim this down more than likely unless your MLS description is very short. I'm going to leave it as it is so we can see how it loads and where it cuts off. It doesn't actually let you know when you've maxed out or when you've gone over. That's a request we have into corporate. So I'll pause and enter some amenities real quick. Okay, I just added some amenities real quick. You do want to take time, reflect, make sure these are engaging, inviting, spark some emotion in the potential buyer. But so then once you've got all that added, you're good to go. And these are not required fields because they don't have an asterisk, but you want to click Build Proof, which you can find at the bottom and the top of this window. Allow this to build. It'll take several seconds. Now you can see the front and the back of the card. You can click this arrow to see the back, to move to the back. And then you can also click here on this thumbnail to move to the back of the card. Tips here. Download low resolution PDF. Click this and it will download that low res version I mentioned of a PDF. It's not a JPEG, but a PDF. If you happen to have previously ordered this card, you can click here to view. You may see the Gourmet Kitchen is listed twice. We've got a request into corporate about that little glitch as well. But here's the point where you can save as JPEG. So if you click on the front and you right click and save image as, it will save it as your JPEG. You name it applicably, save it somewhere you know you can find it. And then if you want the back as well, just right click. So click on the thumbnail of the back, right click, save image as. We'll save this as Postcard Back 1. It's really important to take the time to name your files so you know they're easier to find. You can do a search. If you're not sure what folder you put it in, you can search on what you named it. And as you notice, it's saving it as a JPEG here. Save. At this point, if you're completely happy with your card and you're pleased, you can move on to continue. But let's go ahead and check this description, right? We knew it was going to be too long, so it cut off at creating the. So you know how much room you've got now to work with, because you do want to max out the opportunity you have here in this area. So creating the. So we'll simply go back to personalize. Go down to where we see the description, creating the, find that, there it is, creating the perfect setting. So you will know you need to take away everything behind that. So you know you've got a couple of words there, but let's just leave it at that. But you will want to spend more time refining this. And even when you're writing your remarks for your listing, you might get in the habit of, if you know you're going to do a postcard, add one more version that is limited like this, 1 or 2 sentences, maybe 3, that will describe the property the way you want it to be described. Okay, so now we'll build proof again. Our description looks good. Always really proof any artwork, any designs, any text you add before you finalize your order, because you cannot change it after the fact. The beauty about this is if you go this route and do not order it through corporate, but you order the digital high resolution version, once you get it locally, if you happen to catch a change or an error before you go to the printer, you can always come back to this actual file and edit it and fix it, and then you're off and running again. Moving on, we hit continue button. Add your initials and accept. If you happen to want to work on another file, accept and add another. This will put it in your cart, which we see here at the top right. It's added 1, but you're also in your cart right now. So at this point you can save it for later. If you need to run out, it'll save it and you can come back to finish this file another time. Or if you're ready to go ahead and order, you simply add to cart. Now you check out. Click your checkout button. Enter your information here if it's not already there. It'll probably already be populated. And then review and place order. Again, you'll get 2 emails. The first one with a notification that your order was placed. Oh, you do have to click place order one more time here. And the second email will actually have your file for download. So now you've got a printable postcard coming to you via PDF, high resolution. You've got a JPEG version saved to your computer that you can share on social media. And you've got a low resolution PDF which you can also email out if you choose to do so. You can always reach out to the office if you have questions.